Yeah. Originally, I wanted to set this stream for 4 o'clock. Although I did kind of start a little early, and then started another stream. But I decided, you know what? Let me go ahead and just do this thing the right way. Anyway, it is now Saturday, the 24th of August, 2024. Vibe Tribe. Big up on itself. You guys done already know what it is. I don't think we're gonna. This isn't live as but a stream because usually live as but a stream is usually like a late night sort of thing. Right now this is just us vibing, just vibing out with everyone. Looking forward to catching up with some of my people from all over the world. It is Saturday evening. I haven't really gotten my weekend started, although Arsenal did win their first match of, not their first match, but their first game against Aston Villa in a little while now. We didn't beat Aston Villa last season, but this season, and then watching the game, I had I had a feeling inside of me that yeah, we're gonna make something happen this time, and that's precisely what Arsenal did. Phenomenal performance from David Raya, phenomenal performance from Bukayo Saka, phenomenal performance from William Saliba, Leandro Trossard, the original goal scorer, the first goal scorer, and it was just a great game. So I'm really happy about that. And while I was watching the game, I had a really good feeling about this. Like I was just overcome with joy. I'm like, yeah, I think this is going to be a comfortable win. Although we did have certain opportunities that Villa had some opportunities that they didn't bury. But yeah, we definitely came out on top. Well deserved victory for Arsenal. Congratulations to Arsenal. Congratulations to Mikel Arteta, the Jefe over there. Right. So to what it is that I wanted to originally talk about, right? So Nas prophesized about the downfall of hip hop around 20 years ago. I don't quite remember the year that that song came out when Nas hip hop was dead, right? But Nas came out with that song probably around. I might have heard it in like 2006, maybe 2007, if I'm not mistaken. I was a teenager at that point, and I I did sort of see, right, like the shift in what was going on around that time, of hip hop sort of being something that was like, it was like a lyrical sparring match. It was like a lyrical sport. And then all of a sudden now you had like a different sort of subgenre. I want to say subgenre, but it was different people with different type of flavor, and they were also making noise. It wasn't just the East Coast and West Coast that was making like the mainstream noise anymore. It was people that were down south that were making some noise, right? So you had the whole lean with it, rock with it sort of crowd. You had the whole lean with it, rock with it sort of 76. What's going on, my guy? Someone is calling me a black homeless guy. Okay, I mean, I guess. Big up yourself either way. That was kind of funny, but not really that funny. But yeah, so and then we had that era, right, where it was like sort of the dancing era, the Little John sort of era, and hip hop sort of became something. Not to say that you didn't have these things that were happening in the '90s, people talking about the Humpty Dum. Okay, so I'm gonna block this person. I apologize for this, guys. I apologize for his behavior, but he is out of here. This gentleman also is out of here as well. Yeah, but it was one of those things, guys. It was one of those things. And like this new sort of culture started to really emerge in hip hop. And a lot of people were able to sort of feed their families, which is great. George M says ban hammer coming down. Absolutely, man. Listen, if you're gonna troll, be funny. Make sure it's something funny. That right there wasn't funny because obviously we have a roof over our head, which we are eternally grateful for. But he says George M says hip hop ain't culture. I beg to differ. I think you should probably look up the definition of hip hop and then kind of just come back and have a conversation. But at this current moment, maybe that's what you're referring to and what it's evolved into, right? It's evolved into something really dark. Grace and peace, Terrence. Big up yourself. Thank you so much for joining us, Terrence. What's up, bro? Don't mind, but please ignore my name. I am sorry. I don't know why that's so funny. George M says he's back and his opinion hasn't changed. Okay, big up yourself, George M. You know, he says it's a business. He says hip hop is not a culture, it's a business. Name a car for an edit. Actually, 76 asked me to name a car for an edit as well. I don't know what it is that you guys are doing, but my answer for both is gonna be the Maybach. Racist says I'm not even gonna read your comment. To be honest with you, you gotta change your name. Change your name. I don't even want to actually really say that, to be honest with you. But Flock Ravens, big up yourself. Thank you so much. But yeah, when Nas was talking about hip hop has died, right? Like this is what he said everyone sounds the same, commercialized the game, reminiscent when it wasn't all business, right? So I think that may be what George M is alluding to, that it is now a business and it's only business now, right? It's strictly business. It's nothing else. So an art form that was kind of it came out of the trenches, right, as a way to gave voice to the voiceless, right? It gave voice to the voiceless. It gave the communities that were sort of I want to say held back, but it's so many words that we could use to substitute in there. Communities that were underfunded, underappreciated. And this is just me speaking lightly, right? Like this isn't really me, like really, standing firm on what it is that was happening during this time, during the 80s and the 70s, the late 70s, early 80s, especially in these inner city communities. But it was a way to sort of, it was a way to express what was going on in that environment, and also as a way to escape it as well, right? In a way, through music, through dancing, through having a good time, through scratching the records, right? Very creative art form. DJ Kool Herc out of Jamaica, you know what I mean? Original, the person who really started hip hop, and the forefathers of hip hop. Big up to all of those guys. But yeah, if you think about the times, of like Public Enemy and, the messages that they had, even NWA, as controversial as it was, a lot of things that they were saying, right? And those may not really be the best examples, right? But NWA and Public Enemy were years after really hip hop really started, but they really kind of pioneered, like hip hop becoming really mainstream and across America, and there were a lot of very positive hip hop artists back then as well. There were hip hop artists that it wasn't just about being a gangster. It wasn't just about gangster rap. You know what I mean? Some of it was political, right? And others of it was just good, clean fun, right? But it just evolved into something completely different than what it was intended to be, right? And when you hear about it, right, and I kind of touched on this before. I really touched on this before when I mentioned that, just about every single week, right, we have another announcement of a rapper that has passed on into the next dimension. And you think to yourself, well, how come? How come this is happening so often? Well, I'm gonna get into that right after I read some of these messages because you know I like to read some of the messages to read some of what people are saying, even though a lot of it is trolling. I don't really mind the trolling as long as it's funny. But let's see what you guys got to say. Terrence B says, I just got off work. Big up yourself, Terrence B. How was work, man? I hope work was well, to be completely honest with you, bro. And you are definitely a valued member of this community. I sincerely appreciate everything that you do, tapping in and tuning in to what it is that I have to say on a regular basis. You're one of those faces that I see very often, and I sincerely appreciate you. Thank you so much for supporting our channel. I sincerely appreciate you. Okay, I'm black, and my opinion hasn't changed, said George M. I mean, I never accused you of not being black or being anything other than black or being anything else. So I don't know where that came from. So you just put that into this conversation, and no one said anything about black. Name a car for an edit. I think I already went there. Can't beat the old school Biggie, Nas, Big L, Pac, and Snoop, says Jabrail Patel. That's a nice list right there, man. That what I mean, yeah. Used to be a culture, but it's a business, says George M. Yes, George M. Used to be a culture, yes, but it is now a business, right? And hence, the title of the title of this video, right? Nas prophesized that hip hop is dead almost 20 years ago. This is what he meant, right? Because if you remember what he said, everyone sounds the same, commercialized the game, reminiscing when it wasn't all business. They forgot where it started. So we're all gathered here for the dearly departed. Hip hop, but since a toddler, one homeboy became a man, then the mobster, right? But yeah, this is what he was referring to back then when he was talking about the culture of hip hop. Just it became a profitable business, right? It became business, and a lot of people were when people say sell their soul, right? It's like people were willing to trade their morals in order to sell records. Now look at it, right? It's all about being addicted to substances, and you know what I mean. And not to say that back then there weren't people that were rapping about selling certain things, right? Like there was the business aspect of it, right? But now it's like it transitioned from, and not to say that stuff was right, because it absolutely wasn't. Like, you're destroying your community, but this was it a subset of that? It could be, right? But at the same time, because it's such a lucrative way for people to really make money, right? People are willing to just trade in their morals, and trade in who they are, and the energy that they really want to express in order to make a few dollars. You know what I mean? Michaela McCartney says, "Hey, how are you? How are you, Michaela McCartney? Thank you so much for tapping in. I appreciate you tuning into what it is that we have going on here. Please, guys, make sure you are liking and subscribing to the channel as well. Michaela McCarty, is an absolute pleasure to have you here. I was there reflecting of their reality, says Jabril Patel. It's poetry. Absolutely is. It absolutely is. It absolutely is. Think about the lyrical rappers and how it's like, it's really, it's it's almost a dying art. You know what I mean? Before, you used to have artists that really sat there and thought about what it is that they were saying, and they were really deliberate, and a lot of metaphors, a lot of similes. They put a lot of thought into the art. Now you don't have to put any thought into the art at all, right? It's not about thinking, right? It's something else. I don't even know. I don't even know what to call it, because whatever anyone could do to just get a buzz, they were willing to do it. Whether it be digging up someone's grave, right? Shooting videos in cemeteries, violating the dead, just all types of just atrocious behavior. that shouldn't be tolerated. It really shouldn't be tolerated. Like when somebody does that, we should automatically decide, all right, cool, I'm not listening to anything else that you have to say. I will not be playing anything that it is that you have going on. Like you're not a representation of my culture or of what it is that I want our culture to be. Right? Why is it okay for people to express that sort of stuff and us to just co-sign it? Right? Why since when? Since when was that stuff okay? Why? Because they got a few weapons and this, that, and the third, and people, old ladies, and people, and kids are scared to come outside in their neighborhood, so they should be respected because of that. Because people in the neighborhood don't feel safe. I don't understand. Like the people in your neighborhood should feel safe. So now these guys that call themselves tough guys, right? They call themselves tough guys, yet they're attacking unarmed people, right? Yet the people that they attack are people that cannot defend themselves. They can't defend themselves. They're unable to defend themselves. Yeah. How you doing, my friend? Says John Brister. Big up yourself, John Brister. I like to kind of keep these things going right throughout what it is that I'm saying because sometimes I get kind of lost and sometimes I get kind of lost and I don't read all the comments. So today I'm gonna make sure that I get through a lot of these comments. Right. In the future, when this channel does grow to a substantial amount, I'm probably not going to be able to get through all of these comments the way that I want to. And also, this Saturday, it's a beautiful Saturday. It's a beautiful day out. I do plan on going to Bear Mountain today. So I will be going to Bear Mountain later on. I may be streaming from Bear Mountain, or if I'm not streaming from Bear Mountain, then as it's highly likely I'll be streaming from somewhere other than where I am right now. So yeah. Bro says, bro, I changed my name for you. Okay, big up yourself, bro. I'm guessing you were Raesist. Thank you so much for changing that. I sincerely appreciate that. Now I will answer your question because he was asking Eminem or Drake. I'm not gonna really choose between the two because I think both of them are phenomenal artists. Both of them are really great at selling records. Both of them are really talented. There are some sort of blemishes on Drake's, how would you say now, on his record in terms of, and we're strictly talking about hip hop, but in terms of like ghostwriting and stuff like that. But you can't argue with the fact that the guy has really been dominating, the charts, right? But for me, it's not just about the charts, right? All of my favorite hip hop artists aren't necessarily the most popular artists. So I'm going to say both. Big up to both of them. Very unique, very talented, and both were underdogs at some point. You know what I mean? They really were underdogs at some point, but they really did their thing. So I'm going to say both. Big up to both of those guys. Can I get your introduction? Says Mohammed Amar. I'm not quite sure what you mean, Mohammed Amar, but big up to yourself, Mohammed Amar. Thank you so much for joining us. Please be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Sincerely appreciate that, guys. Bang, bang, bang. And last but not, Joe Rap finish rap, says Terrence B. But there's a difference between rap and hip hop. Absolutely. Terrence B said drill rap finished rap. It finished rap. Personally, I think there should be different genres of rap. I think there should be just different genres, right? So that we can kind of differentiate between the type of rap that you do and the type of rap that other people do. You dig what I'm saying? I think we have to bring class, right? Class back to hip hop. Right? Because when I say class, I don't mean like classism, right? But I mean, you know, some sort of manners, some respect. You understand what I'm saying? Like some level of humanity, right? Like we're not savages. We're not barbarians. You know what I mean? We're human beings, right? And a lot of the things that I see some of these young dudes doing, it's like that's not human. That doesn't show any empathy. That behavior, I can't relate to that behavior. I can't co-sign that behavior, right? And I don't want to talk too much about the people that have passed on, but look at some of the rappers that have recently passed on. When you look back at their life and you look back at the things that they wanted to project, right? It's as if these kids they just want attention so bad. It's as if attention is the only thing that they want, and by any means, at any cost, even if it cost them 100 years, even if it cost them to go sleep in a cemetery for the rest of your years, right? It doesn't matter because it's about attention. They don't care who's looking. They just want attention. A lot of them be 102 pounds soaking wet, but quick to go spend time behind these people's walls. Come on, man, make it make sense. Make it make sense. Right? Our ancestors went through what our ancestors went through, right? In order for us to start having a better life, in order for us to look forward into the future, right? And become better than they were and have a better life than they did. But when you see stuff like that, that's just a waste. It's just wasted potential. It's wasted potential. Right? Because you have a mind brilliant enough to know that you can do marketing, right? But you don't have to sell your soul to market. Look at me, I market here on the time all the time. And all I do is say, hey guys, remember to like and subscribe. Right? Like the video, subscribe to the channel. Right? Or I might create a little clever thumbnail. Or I might make a title that's enticing. Right? There's plenty of things that you could do. You can get creative. You don't have to get so extreme. Because when you do these things, and I speak about karma all the time, but people don't. It's like they don't realize that karma is an actual thing, guys. Not because you can't see it. Just like how you can't see the words that's coming out of my mouth doesn't mean that it's not real. It's very real. How you doing, my friend? Big up yourself, John. The Great 3006 says, yo, thank you so much for joining us, The Great 3006. It's a pleasure to have you. I appreciate you being here and tapping in. Hip hop and rap gave black men and Hispanic men jobs, made millionaires, but at the detriment of our people. I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. Because everything became about image, right? Because if you think about the type of people that, the type of music that blacks were making, in the 70s, in the 60s, in the 50s, your Sam Cookes, right? Your the Isley Brothers, your Bob Marleys, right? Your Michael Jacksons, your Luther Vandross, right? I could go on and on and on, right? Anita Baker, right? The type of music that they were making, and in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 generations, the type of music that we're making now, it just doesn't really relate to one another. It's night and day, the complete opposite. The message behind the music, complete opposite. Because back then it was about love. Back then it was about empathy. Back then it was about understanding. The music, it's soulless. Doesn't have any feeling. The only feeling that it has is rage, anger, animosity, hatred, disrespect, complete disregard for Life. Complete disregard for it. And I hate to always having to come up here and speak about it, but at the same time, you're absolutely right when you say that, right? At the detriment. Yeah, absolutely at the detriment, right? And a lot of it comes down to wanting to sell, wanting to top the charts. Again, back to how people are marketing themselves and the image that they feel as if people want to see. Hip hop shouldn't be the art form that represents the darkest part of everyone's consciousness, right? Everything shouldn't be about competition all the time. When I look around and I look at other genres and I see, I don't see Bon Jovi beefing with Aerosmith. Understand what I'm saying? Or even if they are, you don't see anybody, getting chipped because of it. Not saying they are, they aren't. You get what I'm saying? But yeah, you're absolutely right. Do you like any of the UK rappers? Not mainstream, but like low key and Fredo. There was this one song that I really liked. In the UK. Who was it? I think Heady One does this thing, but I don't really. I'm be honest with you. I don't really go out of my way to try to listen to UK rap. But what was it? Gigs featuring somebody, and the song was Active. Active. I thought that song was really good. There's a few other songs that I did hear from the UK scene, but yeah, it's not like I don't go out searching for. To be honest with you, I don't really go out searching for rap at all anymore. Right? That was something that I used to. If it's not something that's from like my era of when I really used to listen to hip hop and I really used to really love the genre, I don't really listen to too much hip hop. I don't like half of these people that they're talking about now. I do not know. I don't know their songs. I don't know nothing about them. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. Yeah. Unfortunately, man, because the coach is just taking a turn for the worse. Before rap was natural, nowadays it's all about looking good for the camera. I could co-sign that. There is an element of that. A lot of that, what you just said, absolutely makes sense. Yeah, thank you for that. Adil Arif, big up yourself. New York, I thought could save rap and hip hop, but as a fellow New Yorker, I think it's overall done. Um, I'm gonna need a sip of water for this because here I come with this optimism, right? Give me a sip. Let me get a little sip of water. I don't think it's done. I just think we need people in hip hop that are awakening the consciousness of other people. It's like we need people that are brave, right? We need brave people that are willing to go against the grain. We need brave people that are out here talking about and calling out a lot of the stuff that's happening on the other side, right? We need brave people that's saying, nah, that stuff ain't cool. You understand what I'm saying? And they need to have swag while they're doing it as well. Because the unfortunate part about it is that people want to be led. For whatever reason, they just want to be led. Right? It's almost as if they don't have a mind of their own. So whether you're good or you're bad, look, people are going to walk behind you. If your voice is loud enough, that's what it appears to be, right? So they'll quiet and they'll silence whatever is in them that's telling them that this stuff is wrong in order to really nod their head and agree with something that they know goes against everything that's inside of them. And that's the unfortunate part about that. So I don't really think it's dead. I think at some point, I think at some point it will resurrect. But that's me being optimistic. Yeah, that's me being optimistic. Yo, sup, dog? Glad to see you again. I scrolled my feed and was finding for you. Finally, I found you. Big up to you, my friend from Russia. Thank you so much for joining us again. Infinite blessings. I hope that you're doing well. Unfortunately, I'm just not really able to read your name because I don't really speak that language. But yeah, I remember you from last night when you were telling me that I probably should speak a little slower so that you could understand me, and I completely agree with that. And that's definitely something that I thought about, and it's definitely something that I thought about after you said it again. And yeah, for the international audience, for the people that do, hop on the stream from Indonesia and India and Japan and wherever it is that they don't necessarily, where English isn't the first language, I think it would be best for me to really just kind of slow it down so people can understand precisely what it is that I'm saying. So I sincerely appreciate you for that. Thank you for returning. Thank you for your subscribing and supporting the community. I appreciate that, guys. How many subscribers are we on right now? How many subscribers are we on right now? Close. Okay, 490. I think we could get up to 500 by the end of the stream for sure. I know we could get up to 500 by the end of the stream. But let me go ahead and read some more of these messages that you guys have sent out. Let me see some of the other stuff that you guys have said. Greetings, the Lord loves his church, says Arturo Gonzalez. Big up yourself, Arturo. Yo, what's up? Sup, man? In every stream I can find an Indian. Did you watch Humankind rap video? It says in every stream he could find an Indian. Big up yourself. It just so happens that I don't know if when you're saying in every stream you could find an Indian, if you're referring to me or you're referring to somebody else that's in the comment. Because I've been mistaken for Indian before. I don't know. Doesn't the hair texture kind of show you that? Like I have really thick hair. But yeah, big up to all the Indians. I'm West Indian, right? So I'm West Indian. I'm not Indian. Oh, he said okay. He said all right. Thank you for clarifying that. He said he's referring to himself. But big up yourself and big up to all of India. We have India is definitely one of the countries that are main supporters here. So yeah, I do appreciate India, and I do love India. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Now that you told me, absolutely, man. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. I appreciate all of the international audience and all of the local, domestic, or whatever it is audience that's around. I appreciate you. He said I'm referring to myself, but I still don't. But I still don't understand what means big up yourself. Aha. Some like be careful. No, so big up yourself is really a Jamaican slang, right? It's really Jamaican terminology that kind of went international. I am Jamaican, right? But yeah, big up yourself meaning have confidence in yourself. Yeah, basically that's what you're saying. Like if you're bigging something up, it's like you're telling that thing to have confidence. Big up yourself, right? So when somebody say big up, it's really a confident thing. You know what I mean? Or just like saying what's up. And you didn't watch Humankind rap video. This is the first international popular Indian rap. I did see some snippets of um I did see like some snippets of a gentleman that was it was like a is that where he was like in a dome and there was a guy in a motorcycle that was kind of riding around. Like I said, I don't really keep up too much with what's been happening in the culture, to be completely honest with you. I think the culture definitely needs to be sort of it needs a reset, to be completely honest with you, because a lot of the stuff that is going on in the culture, man, I just don't know where to go with it. He says, "Yep, correct. Yeah, yeah." So I did see some snippets of it, but again, the new stuff, I don't pay much attention to the new stuff anymore, man. I do not pay much attention to the new stuff anymore. Um, yeah. Hmm. Yeah, guys. But yeah, I think at some point, even what other what puzzled me as well, right? All right, so remember the J. Cole situation? Can you receive that or make a reaction video of that? I won't be doing. All right, so I'm gonna be doing more reaction videos and everything like that once I meet all of my goals when it comes to YouTube. Right, once I meet all my goals, then I'll focus on making like individual videos and stuff like that. But for now, I'm gonna be doing a whole bunch of live streaming, and just speaking from the heart. Right, but yeah, at some point, yeah, that's not a bad idea. Okay, I see, bro. Thanks for your explanation. I appreciate it. You are Jamaica. I am Russian. International friendship for real. Haha. Big up, man. Exactly. There you go. Big up yourself. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Yeah, I talk about this all the time, man. Your tribe ain't necessarily people that's in front of you or around you or, you know, in close proximity to you, right? It's about your vibration. You tap into a vibration, and there's a lot of people. We get a lot of love internationally, man, and we love our international audience, and we love our domestic audience. We love, you dig what I'm saying? It's all about love. Somebody with a name that I will not be saying has just dropped a whole bunch of ATM emojis. Says, how do you maintain your hair? It must be very difficult. It's not difficult at all, to be honest with you. But that's a really good question. So I don't go to the salon, right? I have dreadlocks underneath this. Before I was kind of interlocking it, but I don't really visit the salon at all, right? So I do this myself. I was gonna say pretty much, but no. But I do this myself, right? So two strand twist. It's not that hard. It probably takes me to do the whole head, like all the whole head, probably about an hour and some change, maybe. After I wash my hair. But I do wash my hair very frequently. Sometimes twice a week. I think a lot of people with dreadlocks think that your hair is supposed to just be dry and you never touch it and stuff like that. But not me, not me. Yeah, I wash my hair very often. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's not difficult for me because this, for me to go to a salon and get this done, I'm paying $150 to do it. I don't see the point in that because it's so simple. And then when you go to salon, they make it so tight, right? Like tight on your scalp. You know what I mean? But this, when I do it, it's not tight at all. You understand what I'm saying? You could see it's not tight. When you go to the salon, they just tighten the whole thing. So yeah, I just love the fact that I'm, you know, when it comes to that, I'm reliant and dependent on myself. I used to have cornrows where I used to have to go to get my cornrows done every 2 weeks, sometimes a week and a half, because I always needed to have fresh cornrows. But yeah, nah, can't do it. Can't do it. Skibbity says, hi, Sigma. Big up yourself, Skibbity. Great to have you again, Skibbity. Skibbity, Skibbity. It's a fun name to say. Thank you so much for joining us, Skibbity. I haven't seen you in a little while, probably like a week or so, man. How you been, man? How you been? Thank you for catching up and tapping in. Okay, bro, I gotta go because it's 1:32 a.m. in Russia. I gotta sleep. Have a good one, man. Be careful. See you tomorrow, I'm sure. Absolutely, you're gonna see me tomorrow, man. I do this every day. When I'm at work, I stream when I'm at work. I stream when I come home at night. This is how much I love the international audience. This is how much I want to dedicate my time to you guys. Later on, when I go out, I'm gonna be streaming, right? I'm probably gonna go to Bear Mountain, and then in the night, I'm probably gonna go somewhere. And I haven't had a drink. I haven't had a drink since 2020. I want to say 2022, but no, since last January, since 2023 in January. But I'm not gonna overdo it. Probably gonna have like one drink, maybe two, right? And maybe go out and enjoy myself later on. But wherever I'm at, I will be streaming. The Great 3006 says, I'm going to. Bye. Big up yourself, The Great 3006. Make sure you guys are subscribing before you leave. Watching from South Central Los Angeles. Big up yourself, Marcus Stoinus. Big up yourself. Big shout outs to South Central Los Angeles. I know you guys had that, was it South Central or was it Compton? I know you guys had like the peace walk with YG and some of his colleagues organized. So hopefully that's something big and it brings a lot of peace to your neighborhoods over there, Marcus. And by the way, love you from India, bro. Thank you so much. A new rag. Thank you, thank you. I told you guys we got a lot of people that tap in from India. I sincerely appreciate that, and I hope you're having a blessed day as well, Mister Anurag. Anurag. Hopefully, I'm saying your name right. I have been to South Carolina. I have been to South Carolina for my brother graduation from U.S. Army, says Skibbity. Oh, okay, that's where you've been at, South Carolina. I got some family over in South Carolina on Myrtle Beach. Is that where you were, Myrtle Beach? Myrtle Beach is absolutely beautiful. It is gorgeous over there. Stay disciplined, says Thunder Steps. I'll try. Stay disciplined. Thank you so much, Thunder Steps. London, Thunder Steps from London. Big up to London. You guys done know Arsenal FC won our game today versus Aston Villa. So I know there's a lot of happy people over there in London today. There might not be tomorrow because Chelsea plays. But definitely with Arsenal, man. Arsenal making me proud, man. I just knew it. I just had this feeling. I kept having this feeling. And I know this feeling ain't lie. I'm just like, I'm so proud of my team. And Arsenal's going to win the Premier League this season. I hate to break it to you guys, but yeah, that's just what's going to happen. Arsenal will win the Premier League this season. Big up to you Gunners. Not insult anyone. Black people's streams are very good. They are very kind-hearted and very interactive in expressing stream. Thank you so much. I mean, I don't see anything mean about that. I sincerely appreciate that. For me though, yeah, regardless of race, right? Like I don't really like to just judge people based on race, right? Like I like to look beyond just race. Because everything is just one thing expressing itself in different ways. Yes, we are the same person. It's just that I'm experiencing life as a black man and you're experiencing life as an Indian man. But we're all connected and we're all just energy, just source expressing itself in different ways through different people. So it's just one of those, we could tap in. Again, it's not about flesh and blood, right? It's really a spiritual thing. So a lot of times we're able to tap in with one another based on the vibration and the frequency that we're on. And it's a blessing to have so many people from around the world be on the same frequency. So I sincerely do appreciate that, and I never take it for granted. I'm so eternally grateful for it. You know what I mean? And then after this, because yeah, I do want to. I think I'm gonna do like a travel vlog later, so you guys can kind of see what's happening around. Upstate. When I go upstate, when I'm traveling upstate, you guys can kind of see what's happening upstate. You guys could kind of see, like the different areas that I'm gonna be going to. I'm thinking about going to Bear Mountain. Maybe I'll park up and actually go up to Bear Mountain and have a little walk, and just enjoy myself and bring y'all along with me. But yeah, I don't take that as an insult at all. Big up yourself and big up to all of India. No worries, man. You can mess up my name. It's common. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. Columbia, South Carolina, Fort Jackson, says Skibbity. Okay, Columbia, South Carolina. I might have passed through there, but I don't know if I've really been or not. I don't know. But big up yourself, man. I'm glad you're back, and I'm glad you're okay. And congratulations to your family. But I think it's something in your culture that you are born expressive. I believe so. I believe so as well. Yeah, I believe so. Black people in the West tend to be very expressive. I believe so. Yes. But the things that we're expressing these days are not necessarily the things that I sort of want to be associated with, to be completely honest with you. And I don't think it's good for the culture, and I don't think it's good for the world. But eventually we'll get back to who we truly are. I have faith in that. Bro is already a disciplined man. Yeah, you're right. You're right. When it comes to this, I'm very disciplined with it. Because I have goals. I have things that I want to do. I have things that I want to achieve. You know, and I have a channel that I want to grow. This channel grew. I don't. This month we went up. It says 323 subscribers this month. Just this month we went up 323 subscribers. See, look at these numbers. Hold on, give me a second. I don't know why that just happened, but let me move the mic. Look at these numbers. Why is that happening? Hold on. There we go. 323 subscribers just this month. So people have been subscribing. People have been liking the videos. People have been from all over the world. And to me, that's a blessing, Like I really feel blessed to be able to get up here and just, express myself, and for people to really, really listen and tap in and really love what it is that I'm saying. Skibbity says, I was your 200 and something sub. I also subscribe. Thank you so much for subscribing. I appreciate that. Bro, I appreciate that, Skibbity. Yeah, you were probably in the 200s, and now we're in the 400s, going to 500, right? So we're at 491 right now. 491 subscribers. We want to get to 500. Man, I think 500 by the end of the day is definitely something that's realistic. Although it did kind of slow down in the last few days, the amount of subscribers that we've been getting, but it will go up again. I have faith of it. Plus, next month is my birth month. So if we could do 500 subscribers next month, that will be phenomenal. 500 subscribers in 1 month, right? But yeah, those are some goals that we want to reach, and they are very much attainable. I had set the goal to get to 500 subscribers by the end of the summer, and I was making content, but mostly like videos. I wasn't doing live streaming, but ever since I started doing live streaming, man, it's just been forget it. I couldn't have dreamed of it happening this quick, to be honest with you. You know what I mean? Yeah, so I do appreciate you guys. Next month, what a day. Yeah, it'd be great if I could get to 500 by my birthday, which is in the middle of next month. But realistically, it could possibly happen by the 31st of September for sure. Yeah, my birthday's on the 15th of September. 15th of September. I will be off. I won't be working for about a week and a half or so, right? So I will be off for a good portion of that. Some of it I will be traveling, but a lot of it I will be here as well. Skibbity is born on the 19th. You're a Virgo too, Skibbity? Big up, man. Yeah, second generation Virgo. My mom's a Virgo as well. Yeah, my mom and I were born in the same month. But big up yourself, my fellow Virgo brother. Yeah. Streams are more interactive. People can talk to other cultures, other countries, and other people. Yeah, man, I feel like there's so much that we could really learn from one another. We can learn so much from one another. Hold on. Yeah, we could learn so much from one another, but I don't know. I just feel like a lot of times people get kind of stuck in their ways and feel as if it's the only thing that matters is their culture, and it's like you box yourself in from evolving. Like you don't really get to experience life the way you were meant to experience life, and you never know, man. Sometimes it be people outside of your culture, outside of your country, outside of your zone that could save your life. Like you never know, and you could learn so much from them. You could learn something that saved your life, or they could physically save your life. You understand what I'm saying? You never know. Trust me when I tell you that. Trust me when I tell you that. But we fit ourselves and box ourselves off into these groups. And we think of ourselves as the good guys and people outside of ourselves as the bad guys. And it doesn't always work like that. It definitely doesn't always work like that. Skivity says, I have an F in history class. Are you trolling? Are you really trolling? Or do you just not like history? I mean, history might just not be your thing. Maybe the past isn't your thing. Maybe you're just in the present. Maybe you're just in the now, and and the only thing that you're focused on is the here and now, right? And that's the best way to really create the future, the life that you want in the future, to be honest with you. So there's not too much wrong with that, to be honest with you, Skibbity. He says, as long as you ignore the spammers, the streams are the best. Yeah, we do get a bit of spammers, and some trolls as well. Skibbity, Skibbity says it's too hard. I don't know, Skibbity. What's so difficult about it? Um, what kind of history are you even studying? What kind of history are you studying? Because maybe it's maybe you're not interested in what it is that you're learning, but there are a lot of very interesting things in history, and a lot of inaccurate things as well in history, in history class. A lot of inaccurate things. That's the other side to it as well. There are a lot of things that are inaccurate when it comes to when it comes to history. So Cal says you can't understand the present unless you're educated on the past. Yeah, I could dig that. I could dig that. I could dig that. But you can't be stuck in the past either. You know what I mean? But I understand what it is that you're saying. But all we really have is the here and now, right? There's nothing that we could really do about the past, right? We just have the here and now. And in the present, we're able to create the future that we would want, that we want to create, right? Despite what happened in the past, you know? But yeah, if you forget the past, then you're bound to repeat it. Then on one level you are bound to repeat it. So yeah, there is a lot of truth to what you're saying. Oh, so Cal 7171S. Every country has a different history of the same event, says Balel Ahmed. Yeah, you're right about that. There are a lot of inaccuracies in history. Skibbity says, "What the hell does cardinal mean?" You're in seventh grade. Wow, wow. This guy says he's in seventh grade. Big up yourself. It's a good thing that we're not putting out content that's like anything crazy. Hate from India says Aditya Kaushal. He says hate from India. Big up yourself. Big up yourself. Listen, man, that's energy. That all that is energy. Thank you for the energy. I appreciate it. So now the stream is actually started, right? Now the stream is actually started because someone has just given us some energy that we're gonna convert into positivity. Watch how this thing works. So he puts a clown emoji, and he also puts the Indian flag. I sincerely appreciate it. And look, I hope you're having a blessed day. And someone says, B Lee says, you are reported copyrighted inception. I don't even know what it is that they're saying. Skibbity, so unfortunate that you got toilet minded by Skibbity SHIT. Leave the kid alone, man. Leave the kid alone. I think he's trolling when he says he's in seventh grade, but if he's in seventh grade, don't pick on him. That's not. Why are you bullying a kid? That's crazy. Don't bully the kid. Inspire him to be better. Inspire the kid to be a great man. Send some positive energy his way. You dig what I'm saying? Don't do that. Just started. Was the stream buffering before I commented? Yeah, nah. Yeah, it was. It was buffering. Yeah. Because you entered the stream. That's when the stream got better. Thank you for the energy. I appreciate it. Bruh, what did I do to Ade? You didn't do anything to him. He's here to troll. He's here to express himself. Yeah. Yes, he is a minor, Adita. You can go to jail. Yeah. Let him know. Let him know about Bilal. Let him know. Yeah, man. But guys, that's the thing about when people do kind of give you that sort of energy. It's like you could take that energy and you could soak it up and you could think to yourself, "Oh man, here comes this hater," and just engage him on that frequency. Or, you know what? It's cool. You don't like it, but it's not gonna stop it. it's only gonna make it better. You understand what I'm saying? He is just trolling to keep the spirits up. Yeah. You know, I could agree with that. Skibbity, I ain't bullying, but nowadays the Skibbity toilet is leading the brain rot generation alpha guys. Oh, you know what's funny? You know what's funny about that? Somebody did mention Skibbity. Somebody did mention it the other night. I don't quite remember what it was, and I did Google it, and I saw someone's head in the toilet. So I think that's what he's referring to when he's talking when he's talking about that. But Skibbity, this Skibbity is not that type, man. It's a good kid. He's a good kid. Bro said the right thing. Says Anurag. Bilal Ahmed. Oh God, I didn't know I committed such a heinous crime. Yeah, man. Don't be picking on the kids, bro. Don't be picking on the kids. Don't be picking on the kids. We're here to encourage people, and this is a safe place, man, where people could, you know, get their spiritual health, you know, get their spiritual health in order, get their mental health. You know, I'm not no psychologist or anything like that, but you know what I mean. Like, this is some place where people could go and chill, and you know, just tap in with other people from around the world, and you know what I mean. It's all about good vibes and good times, right? It's not about hate. Oh, now I get where my brain is going. Listening to Skibbity. Says Bilal. I too watched Skibbity Toilet once. I just laughed, but didn't realize there was a streak of that stuff. Nah, you know what? I didn't watch it. I just Googled it. So somebody mentioned it, and I was like, yo, what is this Skibbity? And I felt like I kept seeing it a few times. So I was like, yo, let me Google this, right? I don't remember if somebody mentioned something in the chat, like, yeah, you should kind of look it up. And then I Googled it, and then, yeah, I saw somebody's head in the toilet, and I'm like, yo, what exactly is happening here? But yeah, you got to respect him. Respect Skibbity is a founding member, channel 201. Yeah, he definitely was here about 300 subscribers ago. So Skibbity is definitely one of those ones, man. He says his spirit is ruled by Lucifer. Wow. Says this is Adita that says that. I don't even know what to say about that, man. You shouldn't be having other entities rule your spirit. You really shouldn't. That means you don't have self-control. Navia Rhodes says, hey, it's my birthday today. Happy birthday, Navia Rhodes. Thank you so much for joining us. Where are you from, Navia Rhodes? It's a pleasure having you here. I sincerely appreciate you for being here. And, you know, that you decided to come and spend your birthday with us. That's a blessing. Thank you so much. Anurag says, exorcism should be done. Navia Road says, LA, big up to Los Angeles, California. Is it Los Angeles, California, or is it Louisiana? Because Louisiana is also LA as well. So wherever it is that you're from, big up yourself and happy birthday. Hope that you do subscribe as well to our channel. And remember to like the video, Navia Rhodes. I sincerely appreciate that. She says, yes, Los Angeles, California. Big up to Los Angeles, California. What's it like over in LA, Navia? What's it like over there? Because I see where a lot of people who do come from out of town, I don't know about, you know, a lot of famous people that come from out of town, when they go to LA, they end up in some big problems. And I don't really understand why. But is LA really like that? Or is LA like a really cool, calm, chill place? Because I'm sure you live there. So you might know a different side of LA as well than the people who don't live in LA. And then a lot of times they hear about LA, it's either up in Beverly Hills or it's like some crazy stuff happening. Is LA really like that? The other MGM I know is MGM Casino, says Skibbity. You know what's crazy about that? I am gonna change the YouTube handle. Right, once I get to 500 subscribers, I am gonna change the YouTube handle, but I am gonna keep the profile picture up there, with the PNMGM. Yeah, I'm gonna change the name of the channel. Originally, it was called Cryptic Reasoning, and then I changed it to the LLC that I started. But yeah, I'm gonna change the name of the channel. Once we get to 500, maybe 505, Like once we're comfortably in 500 subscribers, then at that point, that's when I'm going to be changing the name of the channel. See, I told you, Adita. Look, we got 2 subscribers now. See, right? But you're right about that. That is the other MGM, the casino. Typical Indian guy. Anurag, don't say that. Don't say that. Big up to all the Indians. There's some very kind people in India. Wait, aren't you Indian too? But there's some very kind people in India as well. Don't say that. Don't say that. Big up to all the Indians out there, man. Very, very kind people in India. But I believe he is Indian as well. So it's one of those things where it's like, it's him talking about his own people. Anurag Borga says, I respect India, but I don't consider myself bounded by any country borders and just consider myself in existence due to the Lord Shiva. Firstly, Adiyata, I can understand what it is that you're saying, except for the last part. I don't really know who the Lord Shiva is, to be honest with you. But big up yourself and thank you so much for that comment. You know, thank you so much for that. We are all brothers. Absolutely. Yes, we are. We're all brothers. Not only are we all brothers, we're all one, to be completely honest with you. But the more we multiply, it's almost as if the more separate we get. And I don't think we were meant to be that way. I think we were meant to interact. I think we were meant to love one another. I think we were meant to do unto others as we want others to do unto us. And I think there's a lot of people with goodness in their heart still, even in these times, to be completely honest with you. Did you see the 49ers and Raiders game? It was so cool. No, I did not see the 49ers and Raiders game. I was watching Arsenal play. That was the only game that I really watched from start to kind of finish, right? Like I did take a little break in between, like right after halftime. I didn't see all of it. But yeah, that was the only game that I really sat here and watched. Yeah. But I didn't. Was it good? How was it? Just kidding, bro. Says Anurag. Big up yourself, Anurag. Bilal Ahmed says, which is your favorite movie? My favorite movie of all time? I don't know, man. It's so many. First movie that comes to mind right now, Limitless. I love that movie. That movie was really good. I thought Limitless was a brilliant movie. Training Day was a brilliant movie. I thought Avatar was a brilliant movie. I thought King Kong versus Godzilla, the last one, I don't remember what the title of it. I thought that was a brilliant movie. Some movies that I watch with my daughter. There's so many movies that I liked, that I really like. But yeah, all of those that I named plus some more. That's a brilliant question. Thank you for asking. Navia Road says, I love living in LA, but I hate some of the people. I think that's just like everywhere. Hate is a really strong word. I'm not gonna hold you. Hate is quite a strong word, but I can understand what it is that you're trying to say. Owen Rooney, big up yourself, Owen Rooney. Is Owen Rooney like really your name, or is it Michael Owen and Wayne Rooney like combined? Did you just combine both of their last names into one? I'm on to you, Rooney. I think that's what you did. I think you combined Michael Owen and Wayne Rooney's last name to make your profile name because they were your 2 favorite strikers. And I'm guessing that you are a Manchester United supporter. I'm guessing you're a Manchester United supporter as well. You didn't say that yet. We haven't had that conversation, but I'm on to you. I think that's what it is. He says, I love living in LA, but I hate some of the people. Yeah, I could understand what it is that you're saying there. Lord Shiva is our God, the only one, says R.N. Nurag. Really? Okay. I guess. It was a tie, says Skibbity. Oh, word? Was it? Is that right? How does that happen? Was there no overtime? Because I haven't watched football really consistently since like the early 2000s, to be honest with you. That's when they had like Ricky Williams. This is before you were born. I know it. But this is when they had like Ricky Williams and those people. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I don't really, honestly, like I kind of sometimes sort of dabble and watch the Super Bowl every now and then, but at the same time, like I don't really watch it often. So I don't know how. Football does have overtime though. So how is it that they're draws? Lord Shiva is the epitome of spirituality and existence of the cosmic balance in our universe, says Aditya. Oh, well, I might have to look up who this Lord Shiva is. I'm not really into worshiping entities, um, but I do believe in energy. I do believe energy can't be created nor destroyed. But yeah, I mean, maybe that seems interesting. But thank you guys for sharing who Lord Shiva is. There was a play where the 49ers kept on fumbling and grabbing the ball back. Okay, okay. Rooney says, always been here, bro. Haha. Oh, you been here the whole time, Rooney? No, I did not watch Deadpool Wolverine. Hey, and by the way, Aditya, I told you the stream would get better because even though it's not as much people as it was before you got here, right? Right now we've went up more subscribers since you made that comment, right? So I told you the stream would get better, and we're interacting a lot more, right? We got all this stuff off our chest in the beginning part, and now it's a lot more about interacting and connecting with people all over. And I sincerely appreciate you guys. And I'm going to show you guys how much I appreciate you. Did you watch Deadpool Wolverine? No, I did not. Is that in the theaters? I might go watch that tonight. Is that movie in theaters right now? If it's in theaters, I think that'll be a good I think that'll be a good watch. I think tonight I'd probably go and watch that tonight. Anurag says it's in Hindu mythology. Okay. Wayne is my cousin, and my dad named me after Michael Owen. Oh, wait. Wayne Rooney is your cousin? Hold on, wait. Time out. Time out. Time out. You told me Wayne Rooney was your cousin? Like the Wayne Rooney? Hold on. The Wayne Rooney is your cousin? No, 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 no. No, 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 no. No way. No way. No way, shape, or form. Maybe it was a late night that you told me that. And a lot of times in late nights, I do like I'm kind of conscious, but I'm kind of not, right? I'm kind of here, but I'm kind of sleepy as well. Mmm. Liverpool for life. I hate Manchester United. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. I do remember you saying you're a Liverpool fan. Okay, cool. I respect Liverpool. I respect Liverpool. We're just gonna leave it at that, right? I don't want to be divisive, but I do respect Liverpool a lot. I think Liverpool does do things the right way. Um, yeah, big up to you and big up to Liverpool. Did you try Indian toilet? If you have a constipation and you use that, then you will not get any constipation. Indian toilet? No, I haven't tried an Indian toilet. I didn't know. I never tried an Indian toilet. Swear, bro, I'm from Liverpool. He is search it up, brother. Swear, bro, I'm from Liverpool. He is search it up. You might be right. I'm not mad at you. I'm not mad at you. Hey, listen, stranger things could happen, right? Because there's a possibility that I'm related to Kamala Harris, right? There's only 6 degrees of separation. 6 degrees of separation is what we're told, right? So evidently how that goes is, and correct me if I'm wrong because I haven't heard this saying in a while, but for every 6 people, for every 6 people, we're all connected on this planet. So yeah, it's not hard to really believe, but the Wayne Rooney, man, that was one of the best strikers of all time, man. That was one of the best strikers of all time. Seems like a very humble dude too, and I know he doesn't like Ronaldo. I know he has this thing sort of against Ronaldo, which I don't really understand why. And he kind of did peak early. I'm not gonna lie to you, right? He kind of did peak early. Otherwise, he probably would still be playing as well. But yeah, he's still one of the best to ever do it. So big up to Wayne Rooney. Scored some phenomenal overhead kicks. I remember he scored from halfway when he played for DC United. He was just a beast, man. When it comes to pressing the ball, like all of that stuff, man. Big up to Wayne Rooney. Big up to Wayne Rooney, your cousin. He says, "Yeah, bro, it's my full name, Owen Rooney." That's a brilliant name. I'm not gonna lie. Aditya says Mohamed Salah. Big up to Mohamed Salah. Yeah, Mohamed Salah is definitely a brilliant player as well. But right now, man, right now, He's still a brilliant player. I'm not gonna lie to you. He's still a brilliant player. But yeah, the young dudes is doing their thing right now. Saka. Who else is a winger? Well, Vinicius, but he plays on the other wing. Saka, Lamine Yamal, especially those two. Those two are right wingers. Those two are brilliant players. He said, "Aha, he was a snake to Everton, but at United he was class." I don't know, man. I don't think he was a snake to Everton because, but you don't care about Everton anyway. You're a Liverpool fan, but I don't think he was a snake to Everton. I think opportunities just kind of came for him to really further his career and actually win some trophies. I can't tell you when's the last time Everton ever won anything, right? But he was thinking, all right, cool. Well, I'm gonna go to this club that has a storied history, one of the best clubs in the world. And we're gonna win some trophies over there because of the type of players that they have over there. And he was 16 when he made that move. But he came back to Everton, and wasn't he also a coach of Everton too at one point? No, he wasn't. Was he? He was Birmingham. But he came back to Everton and played for Everton again. So you know, big up to Wayne Rooney, man. Big up to your cousin, Trumpa Kamala Harris. He says, I hate it though, bro, because you know what's crazy about Mike? He says, I hate it though, bro, because Michael Owen went to United after Liverpool. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Is he really a legend of either clubs, though? I don't think he's really a legend of either club, right? I think he won the Ballon d'Or, right? He won the Ballon d'Or, and he was a brilliant player when he was really young. But maybe injuries, he kind of one of those guys that peaked early, like early. But yeah, he just didn't really fulfill his potential. He's one of those guys that really should have gone down as one of the best players of all time, but it just didn't happen for him. And he tried going to different places to revitalize his career. Right, he went to Real Madrid. He went to Manchester United. But yeah, he wasn't the same Michael Owen when he went to Manchester United. You know what I mean? He wasn't the same. He wasn't Michael Owen when he went to Man U. So Navia Road says your eyes are beautiful. Thank you, darling. I appreciate you, miss. Thank you so much. Big up yourself. Thank you. Sincerely appreciate that. Sincerely appreciate that. And thank you guys, everyone who has been subscribing as well. I appreciate that. Happy Saturday, Antoine Van Voren. Big up yourself, Antoine. Thank you so much for joining us. I sincerely appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you for tapping in. One thing I like about America is that they put out their children in 20 to earn by themselves. But in India, we live with our parents' money. Don't help parents. And that's crazy. That is crazy that you say that. Wow. In some cases in America, it's not always like that. Some cases 18, and in some cases, you know, you stay with your people until you get back on your feet. And then in some instances, some people have lived by themselves and then they had to move back home because either they got divorced or whatever it was. And then sometimes when they move back home, it's like you got to help out and you got to do things like that. So it's various different things that happen in different cultures right across the world, even in America, you know. But big up to all of India, man. Big up to all of India. It's just different. Liverpool legend, he won the Ballon d'Or with us, an FA Cup final game. He dipped off when he left us for Madrid. Yeah, but is FA Cup? I guess that's a legendary sort of career. But FA Cup for me, right? Because all right, cool. So, look, Owen, I'm an Arsenal fan, right? As an Arsenal fan, it has been 20 seasons. It has been 20 seasons since we last saw a Premier League trophy. 20 seasons. It was like 13 at the time, right? We've won the FA Cup. What, 3 times, 4 times since then? Something along those lines? Maybe more, right? But some of the players, let's say Aaron Ramsey, who scored, I believe, in one of the finals. Aaron Ramsey, is he a legend at Arsenal? He could have been, but I don't think so. Is Aubameyang a legend at Arsenal? Not when you're comparing him to Thierry Henry and Ian Wright and Dennis Bergkamp and Perez. You see what I'm saying? So is he a legend at Liverpool? I mean, he ain't Steven Gerrard, right? He ain't. To be honest with you, man, probably even Luis Suarez, I think, had a better Liverpool career. Maybe I'm kind of stretching it a little bit, but I think at least with the few seasons that Luis Suarez was there, maybe. Is Luis Suarez a legend in Liverpool? Depending on who you ask. Yeah, I get you, bro. We have won 6 European Cups, so I get it. It's NLT, major cup at the end of the day. Yeah, it's not a major cup. You're right. You're right about that. It's not. I mean, it is a domestic. It's a major domestic cup, but it's not the Champions League or the league, right? Like that's the top of the top, right? So that's what really cements you as a legend, right? And Arsenal, we're not gonna call you a legend because you won the FA Cup. Like it's nice, it's a trophy, it's shiny, it's something to add, something that you could brag about, right? Having the most FA Cups in history, but it ain't the league, and it ain't the Champions League. You get what I'm saying? So Mohamed Salah is a legend of Liverpool. Virgil van Dijk is a legend of Liverpool. Trent Alexander-Arnold is a legend of Liverpool. Even Henderson is a legend of Liverpool. Right? Like, these guys are legendary. Because they won a title with Liverpool after 30-something years. And they won the Champions League with Liverpool. But Michael Owen, I don't know. You're a Liverpool fan, but for me, he just didn't really make the cut. Because you're comparing him with some greats. You know what I mean? You're comparing him with some all-time greats. But it was bigger in 2000 to now. I feel like people died down in importance. You know why that is though, Rooney? Because so boom, right? I say so boom. This is how I'm starting off the sentence. So back then, the style of play and the way how people played, like, it was a lot more based on individual talent, right? And especially with how England played and Michael Owen being very quick and agile and stuff like that. Long ball over the top. And then he was able to beat an opponent or two as well. But now it's about intricate play, it's about passing, and it's about pressing, and it's more about teamwork now than it is anything else. And look no further than Arsenal to see how people share the goals around, right? It's not like the traditional number 9 who just bags goals and that's the main goal threat and you got to put the ball in on his feet. You know what I mean? So it has changed because, yeah, back then it would take individual brilliance a lot of times. Not to say there wasn't teamwork, but a lot of times it would take some individual brilliance of a Ronaldinho or Zinedine Zidane or, a Thierry Henry or an R9, right, to really devastate an opponent. So these days it's a whole lot different. It's not exactly the same. So yeah, because of that, you know what I mean? Yeah, things have definitely changed for sure. He says, I think he's a legend. No other player has lifted a golden ball wearing our red but him. When you say golden ball, oh, you mean the Ballon d'Or? Yeah, I don't think. When's the last time? I think only other player that was in England during my lifetime that I remember is Cristiano Ronaldo. when he played for Man U. Even though Henri did get robbed that 1 year, Henri should have won it with everything that he done in England, and they gave it to Nedved. That was just robbery, to be completely honest with you. Um, but yeah, he says Lewis is my favorite ever. Yeah, Suarez was a beast when he was at Liverpool. You didn't know what to do with him. He was a beast. And Arsene Wenger, remember when Arsene Wenger offered that 40 million euros plus a dollar? 40 million euros plus a dollar. 40 million and 1 euros to get Luis Suarez. Like, that was so insulting. I can understand why Liverpool didn't accept that bid. And then he ended up going to Barcelona. But had he come to Arsenal, I said Barcelona. Then he went to going to Barcelona. But had he come to Arsenal, I know Arsenal would have definitely won the league. At least two league titles with Luis Suarez there. At the very minimum, two. But yeah, Luis Suarez was a brilliant player. Yeah, he is. He's the best number 7 I've ever seen play like easily. Big up yourself, my guy. When someone from America come to India in the street, they treat him like a celebrity. Click click photo with them. They got too much attention. But if I go to America, I will not get any attention. Yeah, that is true. That's true. That's true. But I think, yeah, there's reasons for that. I think the uniqueness, right? People kind of being fascinated with people that look different, and America sort of having such a huge reputation around the world as being a country that's a powerhouse on a global scale. But I think, yeah, especially like if I'm a black person, right, and I go to Japan, they'd be fascinated with me, right? They'd be fascinated with my hair. They'd be fascinated with how I look. I'd be fascinated with my skin, right? Because it's like, wow, like this is something completely different than what we're normally used to seeing. So yeah, and I think that's the way how things were really meant to be. Like, people weren't meant to be racist. You know what I mean? Like, racist is something that people were taught to be. Like, you know what I mean? People are naturally fascinated with other people that don't look like them or from different racial groups or social cultures and all that sort of stuff. You know what I mean? So yeah, I think that's cool. Big boy, listen to BLP Kosher Special K. Big up yourself, good clean advice. Thank you so much for that. Who thinks better, bro? Henry or Dennis Bergkamp? Owen Rooney? It depends on what it is that you're asking for, right? Because, all right, so it shouldn't be as difficult as I'm gonna make it, because Dennis Bergkamp was a brilliant player. Dennis Bergkamp had just he just had this touch and this finesse on the ball. And Henry had touch and finesse, right? Henry had touch and finesse as well. But Dennis Bergkamp, he just had like this finesse on the ball. He wasn't as quick as Henry, nowhere close. But Henry was just a beast in every which way. Goals, assists. You know what I mean? Yeah, I gotta go with Henry. I gotta go with Henry on that. But Dennis Bergkamp is a brilliant, brilliant player. Brilliant player. Dennis Bergkamp and this Arsenal team right now, either of them in their prime in this Arsenal team right now, and we're talking about the best team in the world. Easily. Either Dennis Bergkamp or Henry in this team right now. We're not talking about Manchester City. We're not. Honestly, we're not. Because if we're doing this with Kai Havertz, and don't get me wrong, I love Kai Havertz. I was never one of the people that was on the train that was disrespecting Kai Havertz. Never. Because I knew there was a player in there. And I would always defend him when people would attack him. Oh, he's not good enough, this, that, and the third. Get him out. Nah, bro. He's a German international. He you know what I mean? He's a professional football player. There's definitely a player that's in there. But, yeah, imagine having Thierry Henry in this team or Dennis Bergkamp in this team. So, yeah, I hate to have to choose between both of them because they were both so brilliant. And then Henry, because of my uncle, really, Henry is really the one that got me to support Arsenal. You understand what I'm saying? My uncle just kept on talking about this guy, and then when I watched him, I saw that he was as brilliant as my uncle was saying, and I just became an Arsenal fan ever since. So it's just one of those things, you know what I mean? But that's a great question. Only reason he never came to us, bro, is because Gerard told him to stay, and Barca or Real Madrid would come in and take him in a year or so. So stick it out. Oh, you mean the only reason why he didn't came to Arsenal? Yeah, 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 yeah. Probably. I see Messi and Ronaldo in one team when I play FIFA. Messi and Ronaldo, man. That was a sports rivalry for the ages, man. Is two players that good, that excellent. Two players at the very pinnacle of the sport. You know what I mean? Playing in the same league at the same time. That was just remarkable. That was remarkable. Remarkable rivalry, remarkable players. Yeah, shout outs to both of them. Henry is better in my opinion. He just wow. He left you speechless. Patrick Vieira was also a legend. Yes, I agree, 100%. Patrick Vieira, Henry, bro. I could go on and on. Yeah, that Arsenal, that invincible team, psh, legends all over. Sol Campbell, Jens Lehmann, Gail Klitschy. I mentioned Perez, Freddie Ljungberg. Ljungberg. But yeah, I gotta go Henry. I definitely gotta go Henry. Hold on, give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. Here's the story. But yeah, what are you guys' plans for the weekend? Why did that not happen? Everyone wants to become Ronaldo because he gave the blueprint to become like him with discipline. But Messi is just God gifted. Yeah, Ronaldo's a very disciplined guy, but he's also gifted as well. Like they're both gifted players. Like don't get it twisted, right? But yeah, Ronaldo is more about hard work. Messi, especially because Messi he was so agile, and he was just born with I don't know. I guess he has glue on his boots or something like that. But it's so difficult to get the ball off him. Yeah, Messi was just a different breed, completely different breed of player. Love Lionel Messi. I love Ronaldo. Ronaldo's actually definitely one of my all-time favorite players. But both of them deserve respect. You know what I mean? You can't. Both of them deserve respect. Yeah, both of them really deserve respect. Wow, we're going on 88 minutes. All right, guys. So you know what? I'm actually gonna end the stream probably around like 90 minutes or so. But wash clothes, clean room, sleep 16 hours, weekend plan. That's your weekend plan. Man, nah, I'm going traveling, man. I'm definitely going traveling. Not like traveling big time, but like going up to Bear Mountain and stuff like that. I probably should start getting ready. And then just go up to Bear Mountain, and I'll probably start streaming from Bear Mountain when I get up there. So, guys, please stay tuned. But yeah, I'm gonna end the stream at around 90 minutes. Anyway, guys, if you're still here and you haven't done so, please subscribe to the channel. As we approach 500, yes, 500 subscribers. 500. This is Trussard. This is what Trussard does. Right? This is Trussard. 500 subscribers. So yeah, we're at 493 right now. Thank you so much, my guy. I'll see you guys later. I'll probably be back in about 2 hours, maybe, or maybe before that, once I start driving up there to Bear Mountain and kind of just show you guys around so you guys can kind of see how it looks. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I'll see you guys in a little bit. Later, guys. Well, Mr. Sensei, big up yourself. See you guys later. Bye bye.